Yo, what's going on, guys? I just want to say thank you guys for watching my most recent videos breaking down football lineman technique. Definitely plan on putting out a lot more content in terms of just football technique now since the draft is happening. The draft's actually going to be happening tonight. Going to be watching that, going to be looking at some of the players picked up, especially early, what linemen we got in this draft, what sticks out, what are getting these guys the opportunity to become first-round draft picks. Will they be a bust, show out within the first couple years of the league? I have a lot of good videos to come. I'm just going to be finishing out with this last video of some of the Super Bowl runs. It'll be the first half or maybe a little bit more than half of the runs from Super Bowl. Enjoy the film. Thank you guys for watching again. Also, I have still some rave content coming out along with some football content, and I have a couple of vlogs actually I'm going to be dropping from Miami Music Week. That might go on my other channel that I'm sharing with my boys, but I might put it on here too, because why not? I mean, we worked on it and we're all in it. So make sure to check out that channel right here. And yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace. They step down pretty fast. They take anybody that's in their gap and they just try to run it down. This tackle knows if this D tackle comes over, he has to take him. Or if he crashes in and he steps over here, he has to take anybody that's coming over the top. Tackle's over there trying to push that down, crack that down. He's probably feeling 42 to go this way. He has to either pick him up or pick up 53 coming over the top. We can see this is bad exchange from the Chiefs. This play developed a little faster than they were ready for. Could be poor alignment, balls getting hit in the backfield anytime. Ultimately, it's going to result in probably a negative yardage. So gap protection, guys are all sliding down, boom, boom, boom. This center's trying to clear this out, try to get him downfield. This tackle has to take this over, 53. Not like that, though. He feels that two-step, 1-2, and now he's running a little bit too much. He needs to make sure he gets that over and look at his position. That's a good point of contact. So boom, get that up. He's just trying to crash this down, and then he has to get up to that linebacker. Center's doing a fucking hell of a job. He knows he has a lane. At this point, center looking up, try not to look inside that much just because this ball could be coming back this way. He doesn't know. Let's look at this tackle, man. Like, that narrow stance. Very jittery. I think that's one of the things that just worries me about the stance. I just don't know how much he can get his power out of this and drive that guy up. High hand placement here. Oh, yeah. And then, hey. Hell yeah, 65? Make him mad. Play's not over. Look, talking smack, hell yeah. Honestly, one of the biggest technical differences that I've seen, even just watching some of the Eagles play, is they love gap scheme. If people stay true to their jobs, it's a muscle battle. How strong are these guys against these guys? Rushing that way. This tackle is taught to not get beat inside, so he's already taking this step. He's cutting this off for this defensive end. Defensive end's going uphill. Tackle, keep your head there. Keep your head there. The toughest part for a lot of offensive linemen, too, is they don't know exactly what the motion is or where the run's going to go. Guard has to take this over. His head's in a bad place. He has to be ready to handle that. It makes it easier for the center to have to take that backer right there. Right now, 77, you got to take this guy over. Tackle 65 has to be here, and then we have this tight end coming all the way over here to kick this guy down. Probably a defined gap play, so pretty much the tackle knows if this guy goes all the way out, he's taking himself out of the play anyway. He has to come back over the top if he actually wants to make an impact. You got to get more uphill here, and 77's eyes are also not great. He should be looking here. Say this play plays out like this. The center stays here. Saquon runs this way. Guard's here. He takes that over. These two guys work up to 20. Saquon has a free lane. That's the last guy. Stop the run. And look who makes the play. Eagles are running no huddles. And normally in no huddle situations, normally the runs are going to be some type of gap scheme. This is a gap scheme. Boom, boom. They're going to be crashing down to 32. Tackle's going to be coming down, hopefully picking up 28. And Goddard right here is going to be picking up 90 most likely. Yep, this tackle feels that motion kind of holding up a little bit because he feels that block go away. He knows he has to work upfield, hopefully take over 90 right here. It should all crash down. Great pop right there. But Goddard, you got to be here, man. This is your guy. But there is a point when the block goes away. It's almost like gap, and up. Really, the tight end's just trying to crash this down, but you're pushing off the wrong guy. You should be here to block that. Let's see 69. He's getting running, but crossing his feet. Doesn't generate that much power. Comes off a little too high. This guy's hunkering down. He's strong. He's just driving him out of there, trying to stay latched on. Center doing a good job. Center knows he's working up to 27. He's reaching so far across his body, trying to help him clear this out. That's good. He would come off and be a little bit more clean if he didn't fully toss his body across, but he's trying to just clear this all out. About 4-yard gain, it looks like. What the hell is this? I don't even know what we would consider this. So let's see what they actually run. Super smart. I mean, it's a great idea, honestly. This guard is he's a beast, man. He does a good job. He knows that he has to crash this down. This guy's in his gap, and if this guy shoots out, he has to follow him. Steps, feels that guy crashing down, follows him over. What they're doing is they're just isolating this linebacker to be one-on-one. Gets a quick, easy 5-yard gain. He gets his feet in the dirt, run it up. Can't be bouncing right there. Not on a play like this. More gap scheme. Center's getting too far. Gets more up. Gets that guy square and clean. This tackle's going out. These guys are working up to him. This tackle's coming down with him, 69, and riding up here. 69 is way too high, and he needs to get his head right here in that neck, and he can't let that guy extend. The guy is extending because he has leverage. He reaches a point where he can just go, boom, and now you've lost all your momentum. But if you're in a guy's neck, you're at a point of leverage. It's hard for him to go like this. Tight end coming across, cracking that DN. He's just supposed to give him a good kick out. Tight end squaring up. A little too much. He doesn't have to take his head off because he wants to make sure he gets contact on him. He's just trying to seal this. You do still need to make sure you get to that point of contact. Ooh. Oh my God. So this is a trap. This guy right here, he is pulling across, knocking this D end out, and then everybody else, gap protection, gap protection, gap protection, gap protection, all the way up to 32. This guy's trying not to get beat over the top. He's going to try to probably take a lead step in to the center so that pretty much they meet in the center right here. They meet right here, and then he can hold this off. This tight end right now is a lead blocker into the hole for 32 or anybody coming over. What does 54 do so well here? It's going to be like a jam step where all he's doing is he's running his force down as much as he can. He's taught that he cannot get blown up. Once he feels this tackle coming over or this guard or whoever, he has to completely duck his body and re-engage into him because this guy's running full speed. The thing that this guard does wrong, he gets good pull. He's coming across quick, but this is the worst. I swear to God, playing guard, this is the worst play. And this guy crashes down because all he's trying to do right now, he's trying to meet the guard at the point of contact and blow his ass up, which he does. As a guard, what can you do to combat this without giving yourself a concussion? There's really not much. This guard starts to slow up right here. He's trying to measure this block. And because he's measuring this block, he's already slowed his momentum. When in reality, he needs to just meet this guy. Like the only way he's going to manage to put this guy down is he needs to meet him. In terms of positioning and where his head should be, he still should try to shoot for that shoulder pad right there. But you can't measure the block, because if you measure the block, what's going to happen is you're going to get met in that hole. Just like that. Now, this wasn't very clean on this gap pro. Tackle's a little too high. He's trying to shuck that guy over. He's trying to grab this over, tight end trying to push it over, get back out on 32. But the tackle has to take this over, drive it down. Center's holding that guy, pressing him down, and tackle's meeting him and then stepping back out. That guy, though, he's smart, though. He runs off the edge. They're okay leaving this guy. They don't care about leaving a guy sometimes because they don't have enough blockers for him. This guard doesn't get blown up in the backfield. This is a little bit cleaner. This guy doesn't have to hesitate. And he's, hopefully off to the races. That's a great job by 23. Well, scheme play by the defense. As you can tell, 56 doesn't feel very comfortable in this stance yet. He needs to take a quick post step. Boom. You can really see it from the other guard. If this was flipped, he's going to step with that foot and then lean back into this block. So boom, see that? One step, straight foot up. Okay? That's what this guard should be doing. But right now, nobody's doing that. So the center is pushing against him. He's pushing against him. This guy's probably going to make the play. Great technique, though, by 69. Taking that step and then powering up. If this tackle doesn't shoot here, and he doesn't have to bury his head, but if he gets his head right there, instead of just kind of meshing that up, they can drive that somewhere, but not much that can be done right there. All right, so we got another guard getting blown up by a DN. I hate seeing it, man. I hate it because it just sucks. I get it. I've been there. And these guys are all taught the same technique. They just have to stand their ground. 66, he's going to be off and running. You ain't going to block nobody with your hands like that and with your positioning like that. So right there, he just gets kind of caught.
And you tell me all these things that I really need to change, and that's okay. That's okay.